Hello and welcome to Grunge Transitions. This is the fourth release by Effective Imagery, also known as Just Jump Productions. Today I'm just going to walk you through what you get in the package and how to implement these transitions in a few different ways. So here is the folder. You have about 25 transitions, not 20, although advertises 20. So those are all right here. 1 through 7 are QuickTime animation files, which just overlay, so they have some opacity built into them, along with 9, 24, 25, 22. The other ones are just QuickTime files, photo JPEG compression with no opacity. So I'm going to show you how to implement those more so. You could just drag and drop right into the timeline without any hang-ups there also, but I'll give you some different ways of implementing them. Also, you have overlays. You have black vignette, white vignette. These are very basic things, but you know, usually I create something in Photoshop and then just keep that on my stock bin, so those are included. No big deal. You have frame overlay mode. This is actually a video, and then here's just overlay. Specifies use screen mode there, and you just drag that on the timeline. Frame black and frame white. We'll get into that in just a second. It's basically just, you know, frame of black fading up and fading down, frame of white, same thing, fading up, fading down. So let's get into it here. Here we are in Premiere, and this is, you know, compatible with numerous video programs, all specified in the trailer. So in the trailer, I didn't even do a lot of what we'll be going over here, which is partly why I'm making the tutorial. It allows for far more transitions than are here in Apparent. So let's say, you know, we go to drag on, we have our two clips here, we have our music there, okay? We want to segue these two clips. And so let's just say, you know, one, you're going to want to sync up you're going to click on that, Alt backspace, and there's your whiteout frame. And that is basically it. And those are for the transitions with opacity. So let's see how that looks. Alright, we'll play that out. That's it. It's that simple. Say we want to substitute that with 2. In Premiere, you're going to Alt, drag over your clip, and there you go. It's that simple. That's for those. So now let's go to something that doesn't have opacity. As you can see, there was opacity in those. Let's go to, say, let's go to 15. So drag that over. You'll see the audio come in here too, which makes these very easy to work with. This is like your basic film frame here. Okay. Render that. Pretty cool sound. Alright, so now say you want to do something different with that. Alright, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to go into, first I'll show you how to do it, and then we're going to go into another sequence here. So we're going to drag this up, and we're going to drag down a, where is it here? We go to frame white and put that under it, okay? So as that's highlighted, you're going to go over 2, 1, 2, and that should just about do it. If you take that off, we'll see what the frame white looks like. That's it. It's fading up white and fading down white. Again, this is not needed for the transitions. This is something in addition, and it really allows you to implement the blend modes far more on these transitions. So on the Grunge transition, we'll bring that back up, and now we will go into blend modes. Very useful for any creative process, really. Here, not being any exception. Linear dodge is a pretty common mode used. And you'll see the effect of this. And the whiteout frame just allows you to transition to the next clip. Now if you didn't have the whiteout frame there, let's take that off, it would look like that. Still is not bad because it's, you know, it's distracting as you're looking at the transition, and most people are not even going to notice it. However, I have the whiteout frame there because I had a video and I noticed it. So let's see how that looks. So now you could use a variety of blend modes with all these, and all you do is you put that white frame under it, which takes all of 2 seconds to do. So let's see how that looks. Pretty cool. Okay, so now let's go to sequence 1 here, and I will just play this out real quick, and you will see the difference. We have straight, which is untouched. We have the add mode with our frame under there, and then the whiteout. This is a separate whiteout transition that is in the package, which also has sound with it. There's your overlay mode, and now you're implementing a few changes with some keyframing, color, and speed. Actually, there's no keyframing there. There you're just dragging the hue and saturation and then affecting the speed and blackout. So let's see how that comes out. Same transition, 4 different ways. Alright, pretty basic stuff. Most people are going to understand this, no problem. If not, go back through it. So on the overlay here, I just want to throw this in real quick. This is something that I do quite a bit with transitions. You can see how there's motion in this frame here. This is very simple to do, and it just makes this look a little bit better. Okay, so you could add a bunch of stuff, but all I did here was create a zoom, a digital zoom, very easy to do. You're gonna go into your effects window, and you scale. You're gonna select your first keyframe here. So your first keyframe is 190%. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. 3 frames is pretty good for this, in my opinion. And we're gonna go to 100 there. And I want it very sharp and punchy, so I'm not gonna do an ease in frame, which gradually slows up your motion of your zoom, if you don't know that. So we'll go even a little higher here. Let's go to 220. So all you're doing there is, as the video comes in, you're creating this quick zoom out to your subject. And let's see how that is. Okay, so that right there, those are a few ways to implement this package. You could use many different blend modes, and it's about adding the frame of white or frame of black under, depending on what blend mode you're using and what look you want. That's about it. I have a few other products. Lens flare transitions is a pretty popular one, and more flare is along those same lines. So check them out on effectiveimagery.com.